Hi everybody, welcome back. A friendly warning. This is a serious video and some of you will like it and some won't. But someone has to be honest, someone has to be practical, and someone has to play devil's advocate because we can't all be sweetness and light or all be bitter and spiteful. Someone has to look at the cold, hard reality and facts and present it even if it loses her a couple of subscribers. Okay, so we saw Harry at the Invictus Summit meeting or whatever it was, and he was addressing many empty tables. Truth, even though Invictus has now changed the photograph after so many commented on the empty chairs. Later today, we'll see Harry at St. Paul's Cathedral and we'll see what happens. But for now, I have something completely different I want to talk about, and I'm going to do two topics in one because it comes down to the same thing, and the thing which frustrates me to the point where I can pull every hair from my head. Okay, so here goes. Harry issued a statement, stupidly and unnecessary, about not seeing his father because of the king's tight schedule. Now, you can believe it all you want. You can go right ahead and believe it. I'm saying it is BS. And please do not think I'm taking Harry's side. I am not. You and I know about what we've seen and hear, and we have no idea about what was said and done behind the scenes. And after talking with some people, one of whom may even know more about the royal family than me, and definitely more than some or most royal reporters, and collectively, we have come to the conclusion that something was said and done behind the scenes which was even worse than what we have seen and heard. We don't know what it is, but we've made a few guesses along the tough love lines. Something like the day you test clean of substances will be the day you will be allowed back into a royal residence, or something like that. We don't know. We are just suggesting something, but it could be something like that. But, and this is huge, go on whatever platform, Instagram, X, wherever, and look at the comments. People are now gleefully cheering because the king is blowing off his son and is too busy to see his son. And I would say 80 to 90% are saying Harry deserves it. Blah, blah, blah. Now, sorry, I am not joining the chorus, and here is why. The king cannot dodge and ignore his son, or if he does not consider him his son anymore, then he cannot, may not, and should not dodge, flee from, and ignore a prince of the realm, fifth in line to the throne, much longer. And I'm going to be horrible today and just give it to you bluntly and directly without sugarcoating anything. Harry may be fifth in line to the throne, and that number 5 may make you feel secure. But King Charles is 75 and has cancer, and George is only 11. If anything should happen to William in the next 10 years, it is very likely, unless government intervenes, that you will have Regent Harry and his Z-list actress on the throne until George turns 21. Now, do you trust the woke parliament to do something to prevent this from happening? Well, good for you, because I don't. And I can even hear the excuses being made because I heard it 100 times before. oh, Parliament or the Prime Minister has more important things to worry about, blah, blah, blah. No, they don't, because Harry and his wife is now making everyone, Parliament and the monarchy, look like fools. I'm standing on the outside looking in. I have an ear on the ground because I have been doing this for way over 4 years. And because I live outside of Britain, people often feel safer talking to me. And to date, I also have not betrayed anyone. So I can tell you that it is not just Harry and Meghan making a laughing stock of themselves, but they are also making a laughing stock of the monarchy and British Parliament. Do I need to quote a few comments to convince you? Well, I don't really have to. You can just go read comments on X and Instagram or below some of my videos. But one classic comment which stuck with me and which I sometimes use and embroider on is this: if the monarchy and British government is not listening to what the majority of people want concerning Harry's titles, then what else are they not paying attention to? Another comment which I have seen and read was, oh, but the Queen did not strip her Uncle Edward's titles. Well, that is rather uninformed, because it wasn't up to the Queen, it was up to her father, who became king after Edward abdicated. But let me tell you what happened to Edward after he abdicated. Edward was stripped of his HRH. Not just told that he could not use it, stripped. He was demoted to the Duke of Windsor, and a declaration was made which stated that Edward VIII and any children he might have were excluded from succession to the throne. And that, my dears, is what should happen to Harry. Yes, we do not like them having those titles. Yes, we do not like the fact that Harry and his wife are monetizing their titles in America. But let me tell you what we'll like even less. We will absolutely hate having Harry anywhere near the throne, even as regent for George. So, the king has a duty to his nation and the Commonwealth to protect them from such a scenario, or even the possibility of such a scenario. Life is unpredictable, and just looking at the royal family today actually proves it. We have the beautiful, healthy, fit Catherine diagnosed with cancer, to name but one thing none of us would have predicted a year or two ago. The monarchy is not currently secure. Charles is not well, and George is only 11. There is currently one person standing between Harry and the throne, whether we like it or not, and that, my dears, is very scary. I heard things like, Harry has not done anything illegal. Well, neither did Edward VIII. All in all, everything considered, I would say Harry and Meghan had done more damage to the monarchy's reputation than Edward and Wallis did. But okay, moving on, but staying on the same subject. Let me read you the heading from the Daily Mail. Timing is everything. Raised eyebrows as Buckingham Palace reveals Charles will make William Colonel-in-Chief of Prince Harry's old regiment at a joint ceremony next week, hours after King said he was too busy to see the Duke during his UK Invictus visit. Now, yes, indeed, William will be made Colonel-in-Chief of the Army Air Corps, which was the regiment Harry toured Afghanistan with. The idea was always that Harry would eventually take over that particular role. But now that Harry has walked or sneaked away from his royal duties, the king, who held the role for 31 years, will hand it over to William. Now, sorry guys, I think this is gaslighting by the media and Buckingham Palace. Harry never held that title, so it's not like King Charles took anything from Harry. Harry knew when he walked away that he will not get any new titles. Yes, it may remind him of what he could have had, but it is not like he lost anything. So although it looks like it, reading the almost childishly spiteful headline, it is nothing more than just the normal progression of royalty. The announcement coming when it did may be a little spiteful, but other than that, what is implied, it really means nothing. Harry is not being disciplined or deprived of anything. So Buckingham Palace's media people may think they are so clever and real little bitches. But somewhere out there are people like me who sees it for what it is. Pure and simple gaslighting. I'm not going to clap for them and cheer because they put one on over Harry, because they didn't. The title was never his to begin with. So stop being stupid, or stop thinking that we are stupid. They could just have announced it without even mentioning Harry's name. Anyway, guys, I'll be back later to talk more about everything. But for now, as you look at the picture of Harry, ask yourself, do you want this man as your King Regent? Can you even imagine it? Well, if you can't, then you better make darn sure that the King and his council knows how you feel, and that you want Harry and his offspring removed from the line of succession. In this instance, I suggest you do not even bother writing to Buckingham Palace or the Prime Minister, but write directly to the King's Council, or then the Privy Council. You can email them at enquiries@pco.gov.uk. enquiries@pco.gov.uk, and I'll also put it in the description box below. Email them, make your feelings clear, and ask them to enter a motion and put pressure on the King to remove Harry from the line of succession. The clerk of the Privy Council is Richard Tolbrook, and the ministerial head of the Privy Council is the Right Honourable Penny Mordaunt, MP, who is also the leader of the House of Commons, so you can address your email to her as well. Okay, guys, so that is it for now. My room is finally neatly tiled and clean. The curtains must now go back up, and I'm becoming more and more excited. As soon as my little corner is in one piece, then I will go on live with you. Okay, that's a promise. But I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Everything has to be in place. So I can't tell you when, but I'll see you soon. So until then, bye.